My husband posted my body online. I left him as I said I would. He went to work. The movers arrived. We packed my stuff and we left. The entire time I was crying to the point that even the movers were worried for me, but I couldn't stop myself from crying. I went home, sat my parents and siblings down, and explained the situation. My parents were and still are confused. They are elderly and fragile. They don't understand the internet. They just keep saying, okay, let's talk to the people and it will be gone. But my siblings understand. They are angry. They are sad and heartbroken on my behalf. My siblings and brother-in-laws took me home. We waited for him, and we had a conversation with him. He denied it at first. So my brothers were firm with him, and he started to be more truthful. He said he did it because he was depressed, because he had a porn addiction, sex addiction, and because he didn't think anyone would see it. He said he posted only a few. When we asked him to be specific, he said he posted anything from 5 to 8. We had him take it down, but who knows how many times it has been downloaded or shared. In that moment, I also found out he had a secret phone. He was also cheating on me with random women and sex workers. All this time I was thinking he's working hard, but nope, he was out disgracing himself and betraying our marriage. At some point, he convinced us he needed to use the bathroom, and he somehow managed to call his mother, who arrived at our home with his brother and cousins. There was a commotion as they were angry at the treatment of their family member. Then things calmed down enough to explain to them what he had done. His mother fainted. His mother is elderly and not in the greatest health condition. We called for an ambulance. My neighbor had also called the police, and I was arrested by the time the ambulance arrived to take care of my mother-in-law. I spent the evening locked up. Didn't exactly have polite conversation with him. So yes, I was arrested for assaulting him, specifically slapping him, and he refused to press charges. Got released the next morning and went home to my parents. Cried some more because my parents kept crying. Then a few days later, I spoke to some lawyers my sister had contacted as they had experience with non-consensual material being posted online. They have been handling things with the police as I did press charges, and they are dealing with the websites. I also have started the process of divorce. I went to the clinic and got tested, and luckily, he didn't give me anything so far, but I have another test scheduled just to make sure. I have spoken to his mother, and she apologized to me even though it's not her fault. She told me that she understood why I want him punished. She asked that I let it stay in the hands of the law rather than I hurt him or have him hurt. He's in hiding, but he still calls and texts me from random numbers. He still lies and tries to manipulate me. I've just been documenting everything he says and texts to me. Oh? At this point, everyone knows. I mean everyone, even little kids. And I feel more humiliated now than I did at first. I was tired from traveling. When we got to the hotel room, I took a shower and got ready for bed. My husband was watching TV, and when I came beside him, I could tell he wanted something. He stroked my hair, called me beautiful, and said I smelled good. I just said thank you. Then he touched my breast and began to untie my robe with his other hand. He told me he wanted me to show him I love and respect him. I gently pushed his hands away and said, I'm tired. He said, I know you are. I carried everything for you while you clung to me, didn't I? I was annoyed by that, and I sat up to try to turn away from him, but he stopped me. He touched my lips and said I look sexy when I'm sleepy. I didn't say anything, and he took my hair and tried to guide me to his pants. He tried to coax me into it, but I pulled away to lay back down. He said, you are so fucking full of yourself. I didn't respond, but it upset me. It felt like I was talking to a stranger who didn't understand me at all, not my husband.